everybody, it's me Stacey here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Hello everybody! Welcome to today's Saturday with Stacey YouTube class number 573, counting down to 600 classes. Wahoo kachoo! Now today I have a super fun class for you. We are playing with Woodware stamps, and some brand new glitter from Stacey Park and Couture Creations, and something called Spangles. You're gonna have to wait and see. So I have got a fun class for everybody today. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. Simple, easy, everybody can do it, and yet still engaging and fun and creative, and you can start super easy and then take it wherever you want it to go. I love Woodware stamps. They make my heart so happy. And these are part of the, I think they call it the Bubble Collection from Jane Gill. But darling, let me tell you. Now before we get started, we have winner chicken dinner to talk about. Oh yes, we do. I have two of you. I want to let you know that I'm here all next week, but the week following, so the week of October 7th, I will be in the United Kingdom. Hello, UK. Welcome to Wrexham. That's me. I'm going to Wrexham. Remember, Rob and Ryan, right here. Girls, I played soccer my entire life, played football my entire life, met my husband in high school on the soccer field. I want to go to the pitch, and I'm going to be in Wrexham again. Someday somebody's going to contact me and say, hey, they invited you over. Who knows? A girl can hope. So I'm going to Wrexham for Sizzix for a few days, and then I'm going to be heading over to Hobby Maker for a Friday and Saturday. I'm doing 2 hours each day. So I can't wait to get there, and I certainly hope that you join me. It means next week I'm going to be doing a lot of filming, so I'm going to do my best to get everything done before I go, so we don't miss a Monday, a Tuesday, a Thursday, or a Saturday for the week that I'm gone. And I'm going to do my best to live chat with you each week or each show. Just know that 6 p.m. in sunny California is like 2 in the morning over in the UK. So I may be live chatting as I'm yawning, but I will do my absolute best to be there for every show the week that I'm gone. So my Make It Mondays, my Take Two Tuesdays, our New For You Thursdays, and our Saturday with Stacey. Excited to go, looking forward to it. The agenda they have for me is pretty long, but you know, I gotta give it to them. They gotta have a goal. If you don't set a goal, you can't reach a goal, right? I've done that recently. I have decided that I'm going to learn Instagram if it's the last thing I do, and it very well could be the last thing that I do. I am trying to learn how to do reels and all of that, and I'm going to be 56 in a few days. I am an old dog trying to learn these new tricks, and I really need a tween to come and show me all the ins and outs of everything. But if you are on Instagram, you see that I'm certainly giving it a college try with those reels. And it's just me doing them, but I did learn how to link videos together, and I learned how to add music and just add music to a certain section. And I think I'm getting there. There's so much more. It's so, oh my gosh, technical what you can do. Options. They've given you lots of options. Sometimes for me, that's overwhelming. So hopefully today, I keep it confined for you, where you see just how easy it is to do everything I'm going to do. And then if you want the options, you can have them. So I have winner chicken dinner to talk about. We have two winners. Hello, two winners. And, oh, I know one of these names. I do. I might know both of these names. So these two lovely SMS peeps have won a gift card to Scrapbooking Made Simple. Wahoo kachoo, and you're like, I'd like to do that. How do I do that? Well, you have to like the video, and then you have to post a comment. You have to post a comment. That's what you have to do. Like the video and post a comment. If you don't post a comment, there's no way you're ever going to win. And if we are live chatting during the premiere, if you're joining us during that time, live chat comments don't count. So if you're on a laptop or a desktop, live chat's probably right over this way. But if you're on a phone or a different device, live chat may be below. We live chat during every premiere. So for you to be a winner, you have to like the video and then you have to find the place to post a comment, not live chat. Now these two lovely SMS peeps did just that. And because we had so many likes, the gift card is $100 each. Oh my gosh. Wahoo kachoo. Holy smokes artichokes. Have fun shopping. Do you want to know if it's you? Because nobody ever thinks it's going to be them, ever. But it's got to be somebody. It's got to be 2 people every week. All right, our first winner is Francis. I got the Francis part good. Janidlo? Francis Janidlo? Is that close? Did you see me struggling? Francis Janidlo? I'm close. It's good enough, right? Look at that, $100 winner chicken dinner already in your online account. Congratulations to you, Francis. Wahoo kachoo. Now the next person I know. Hey. And if you're part of the live chat going on during the premiere, you're either going to be going, oh my gosh, that's me, or everybody's going to be wishing you a congratulations. Our next winner of $100 is Randy. Randy Capers. Hey! I'm so excited for you. $100. Way to go. Have fun. You and Francis are going to have a heyday spending $100. Take your time, peruse, make sure you get what you want, add stuff to your cart, take stuff out of your cart, add stuff to your cart. So congratulations to the both of you. Again, from Scrapbooking Made Simple to you, all you have to do, like the video, post a comment. You never know when I'm going to call your name. And now we have to do the winner chicken dinner dance because that's what we do. Are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, kachoo for you. Congratulations to both of you. I'm really excited for you and hope you enjoy your winnings. Now today is about easy peasy. If this is the first crafting class you've ever watched, hello, I'm Stacey, welcome. I'm the owner of Scrapbooking Made Simple and you can do this. I'm gonna keep the coloring pretty simple today. I'm gonna keep the coloring pretty simple because I've got the most beautiful samples that will show you phenomenal coloring. Right now, it's more about the different things that you can do with these stamp sets versus coloring them spiffied up. I'm gonna keep it simple so I can show you all the different things you can do with the stamp sets. And they are so affordable. Love Woodware for that. I also have 2 dies from them and I have new Stacey Part glitter. Hello, hey. I've got new Stacey Part glitter for those of you who have been asking. It is here, it is online, it is for sale, and it is launching today. I've paired it up with something called Spangles. You'll have to wait and see what Spangles are. So I think I'm gonna tilt down. I'm gonna get started for today. I'm gonna show you a few quick samples and then we're gonna move right into it. Again, keeping the coloring at a minimum. This is a technique-based class and I want to show you all the things that these stamps can do, the different things you can do to them and with them versus a coloring class. So, oh, it's so good to see everybody. I'm Stacey, this is Scrapbooking Made Simple, and thanks for being with me for our Saturday with Stacey YouTube class number 573. Next week is gonna be a bear. I've got to tape double of everything, but where there's a will, there will be a way. Girls gotta have a goal. If I can do a reel, I can do all that videoing. Okay, hello. How beautiful is this? Right? Darling. Woodware. Stacey glitter, Stacey glitter, Stacey glitter, Stacey glitter. Isn't that pretty? But then I have this one. Ooh, love this stamp set. Let's see. Spangle, 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 Stacey glitter, Stacey glitter. And then the last one, aren't they darling? They're so flippin' cute. Look at how darling they are. Spangle, Stacey glitter. So now you have an idea of what it is I'm talking about. All right, so let's get started for today. I'm gonna bring over the woodware. Well, I'm gonna bring over the dies just so you see them. Now we have had this die in the past and it's just circles. I love the size. I mean, it's great. Even if you're not using it for the bubbles, they're really, really nice to have to make embellishments. We have had this one before and you may already own it. I'm not 100% positive if we've done this one before, but if we have, you may have it as well. You are going to want to check and see. This is the big bubble craft die, and this is the bubble craft die. So they're both very affordable, and we're going to be using them quite a bit today for the Woodware bubble stamps. So I wanted you, they're not new, so check and see before you do anything. Make sure if you have them. Now I am gonna bring over the new stamps from Jane Gill and Woodware, and they are darling. Yes, there's an I Want It All, of course there is, but then there's also open stock, and I wanna say that they are under $10 a set, is my guess. I think they're under $10 a set. I think I'm pretty positive they're under $10 a set, and the I Want It All is at a great price. So here we have the florals. And then another floral. I love this one. I do. This one is absolutely beautiful. I love this set. This is so pretty. Look at how cute is he or she, depending on how you color. And the sentiment is life's better with friends and let's get together soon. I agree. Let's get together soon. Let's get together on Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays and Saturdays. Here's our little happy couple. I love you. Happy anniversary. We've got tweet yourself a special day. So darling. And the last one is a tweet to you. So I have 6 new Woodware stamps for you. Whether you love one or you love all of them, I leave it up to you. I'm gonna start with, I think I'm gonna start with, oh, I like them both. Well, maybe I'll use a tweet to yourself. I think I'll start with these two. And if you can believe it, I'm going back to a stamp block for this show. You're like, a stamp block? Yeah, I usually use my stencil and stamp positioner by Sizzix, but for today, I'm going old school, people, and I'm bringing back a stamp block. So let's get these open. And I'm gonna stamp a couple of them. I wanna stamp a few of them a couple times so we have some to play with. Now you'll understand why I'm going to a stamp block soon. So I'm gonna bring over my trusty dusty gush mat. Now once you have a stamp positioner, you don't need this anymore. I have got a piece of white paper. I have got my Couture Creations stamp block set, which we have for $12.50, and that's for all of it. You get all the blocks. So even if you have a stamp positioner, when you see why I need this one this week, you'll understand, and you may want to pick it up because some retailers literally sell this block for almost $12.50. So I'm gonna grab the big one and I'm gonna stamp a couple of my cute little guys. And I'm going to take the liner off of this one too. Oh, that one's so cute. These are so cute. I'm gonna lose my liner so I can put them away. All right, so I've got both of them. I'm gonna stamp a few and with each. And I'm gonna be using my color pad Jacquard waterproof black ink. It's dye-based ink. It is waterproof. That means I can use watercolors with it. I can use alcohol ink markers with it. It doesn't smudge and it doesn't smear. Now these stamps haven't been used before, so we'll see how they do without any stamping off. Usually I'll stamp off a couple times, but let's just give it a whirl. And again, I can't reposition because I'm not on a stamp positioner, but I'm willing to give it a go. So all I'm doing is pressing down. I'm not doing chest compressions. That's not going to help. You just want good all over pressure and up. Oh, not bad. For a first stamp, that's pretty darn good. So there's one. I think I'll stamp maybe 3 of each so I have some to play with. And every time I ink it up, the stamp is going to get that much better. The image is going to get that much better because when they're manufactured, there's a little bit of a film left on them from the packaging. And once that film is off, well, your stamp is beautiful. And that's really for anybody's clear stamp. In packaging, once they put that carrier, once they put that clear plastic on it, they do that by heat. And so leaves a little bit of a residue. No chest compressions. We're not trying to revive the stamp. And ups, yep, there we go. We got 2, one more. And then I'll switch to my other. So my classes are not scripted, they are not edited, and I don't do stuff in advance. I have some things that the girls did in advance just so I didn't even know they had done it. So I was planning on doing it, but being that they've already done some of the hard work, I don't have to do. I can show and not have to. I'm kind of excited about that. So, but I don't pre-plan. And up. All right, so I've got three of my cute little birdies. And you'll understand why they call them bubble stamps, because they've got those little bubbles in them, these little holes, these little bubbles that we're gonna fill in. Now I'm gonna pull this off because it is a clear stamp on a block, and it's done by cling. It's done by static. So you can put your stamp on and then off and then on and then off. It's not like there's some kind of adhesive on the back side. There isn't. It's done with static. And if for any reason your stamp stops clinging to your block, or your stamp positioner for that matter, you just need to wash your stamp and maybe your block or your positioner. Chances are it has oils from your hand or maybe glitter or embossing powder. And once you've wiped it off, it's good to stamp all over again. So I'm gonna put him here, and let's grab my darling little couple. And bring over a piece of paper, and we're gonna do it again. So stamping is not hard. What's important is that you be on a surface that has a little bit of give to it. And if you've never stamped with a stamp positioner before and you're new to stamping, you may just want to try the blocks before you dive into a stamp positioner. They can be anywhere from, $30 to $100 for a stamp positioner. The nice thing about them is that you can pick up your stamp and then it will position it right back down again in case you missed a spot. But if you're just starting, I think a $12.50 set of blocks that literally gives you just about every size you will ever need, lets you buy more stamps to play with. And then if you love, then you can get yourself a stamp positioner. Oh, nice. I got a few little fingerprints in it, but let's do another one. Now the ink is it's a waterproof ink. So that means that when I get it wet, it isn't going to smear. It isn't going to, because I am going to play with some wet inks today. And if you're not using the right ink for the job, well, you may get a big old mess. My inks, my premium dye-based inks, are water reactive. They do move with water. I wanted them to move with water. So if I had my black water reactive ink and I was stamping with that, and then I was going to come in and get some paint in here wet, well, my black would just become a little bit of a mess. So it's important to know the right ink for the right job. And if you want to use watercolors or your alcohol ink markers, you're looking for a waterproof type of ink or India ink. That also will do an amazing job. So this is by Jacquard. The ink is by Jacquard. They're a fine art company and they make beautiful products, including my premium dye-based inks. Okay, all right, I've got 3 done. Oh, that's the best one of the bunch. I'm gonna pull it off. And a baby wipe. That's all I need to clean is a baby wipe. Now your stamp may still have a little bit of a black stain on it. It's possible because, well, this ink isn't water soluble. But as long as you clean it, that black ink isn't going to transfer. That stain isn't going to transfer when you use it again, and maybe you use a different color. Okay, so on you go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just maybe do a light coloring of these. And I am going to keep it very, very simple today. I think I'll put my block away. And what's nice about this set is that it comes with its own little carrying case. It's got this own little foam. You just slip it in, push it in, and you can store your blocks. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's nice. For that price, that's a really great value. I'm gonna bring over a little bit of, this is a blending mat from Woodware. Well, it's actually a Woodware blending mat. The size of it is this big. But I cut it into smaller sizes. I usually cut it into half, and then I cut it into half because I don't need a blending mat this size. I need a couple smaller ones in different sizes. And I'm gonna take and use one of my Yasutomo Fusion brushes. Love the Fusion brushes. They are beautiful. The set comes in a bamboo carrier, which is the traditional way to store watercolor brushes. It has 5 brushes in it. And then the flat brushes, the 2 flat brushes, are sold separately. Love them. For the price, they're amazing watercolor brushes. And your flat brushes, even though they're sold separately, there's a space for them. And then when you're all done using them, you just roll it up and it air dries for you. This is the traditional way of Japanese brushes to dry, and I love them. So I think I'm gonna use one of my flat brushes, and I think I'm going to, what color do I want to play with? I'm going to play with my re-inkers to start with. And maybe I go with a blue. So I've got my blue raspberry. Now blue raspberry does not have its own glitter. It does not. Because there wasn't a blue that was different enough to make it worth doing a separate glitter. The blue that we have is our Caribbean blue, and it's close enough to several of the blues in my ink collection. So it did not get a new color. There just wasn't a blue that was different enough to make it worth doing. They looked so close. So I'm gonna put a little drop. Drop, that's it. Can you see that little drop right there? My inks are highly saturated, which means there's oodles of color in there. And then I'm gonna use just a little bit of water because they are water soluble. So I'm gonna spray a little bit of water off to the side and a little bit in. Can you see how deep that color is? Can you see how rich that color is? And I can start mixing. So the more water I add, the lighter the color becomes, the more desaturated it is. The less water I add, the more intense the color is. So you can take one color, this is blue raspberry, and you can make it as dark as you like and as light. So let's see, I'm gonna just see how light my color is. It's not bad. Maybe a little bit lighter for a little bit later. And I think I'm just gonna start at the top. And I'm just gonna add some color. And then if I wanted a little lighter, I went and got a little bit lighter. And I'm just gonna add some color. And I'm not trying to be perfect. And then I think I will take my next palette, and I think I will use my Pineapple Crush. And my reinkers. I probably use my reinkers more than I use my ink pads because there's just so much I can do with them. So get my Pineapple Crush. Ooh, look at how beautiful that color is. And the more water I use, the more desaturated the color is. And I'm just blending it right into the blue and kind of taking it on down. And I'm just mixing and matching. Just letting the ink do itself. Look at that. Just let the ink do the work for you. Told you I was going to keep the coloring very simple today. And then I think I'll come in maybe with a little zesty lime. So again, Jacquard makes my inks, and they are a fine art company, which means you're getting a higher quality ink. Love that. For a really reasonable price. I was shocked when they told me what we were going to be able to offer these inks for. And no, they're not exclusive to Scrapbooking Made Simple. No, they're sold globally. Absolutely globally. You can find them everywhere. There's 18 colors with 6 more to come. Maybe by the end of October is what we're shooting for. Okay, so I wanted to just keep the color very simple. Done. I've done a background, I've stamped. I'm going to let him sit for a minute. And let's bring over my Cutie Pies. Wouldn't that be funny if that was the name of it? Cutie Pies. And let's see, what do I want to do? Maybe I start with a pink. So I've got my Dragon Fruit Delight, and I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a wash, rinse, and repeat. A drop. It doesn't take more than a drop. Don't put too much down. You'll be able to see. Look at that color. Holy smokes, artichokes. It is bright. It is fun. It is happy. It's loud. And one little drop goes a long way. In fact, I'm even going to go lighter than that. And then let's bring back my yellow. One little drop. Spray, spray, spray. Mix, mix, mix. Spray, spray, spray. Now I didn't clean my brush in between, so it's picking up a little bit of my pink. And then what do we want for the bottom? Okay, what do we want for the bottom? I don't know what color speaks to you. Should we do the green just because? So I've got that green pretty light, pretty desaturated. In fact, I'll add another drop. And I'm just keeping the color simple, just doing backgrounds. But I already stamped right on it. And you can see that it's not moving at all. My stamped image is just fine. Okay. Done with just ink. Easy peasy. So, before we move on to and I'm going to do this for the others as well. I'm going to keep the backgrounds very similar. Maybe we should do 2 more just before, and that way we've got 4 that are done. And we'll change these up. Maybe I'll do a purple. Super light. I want to be super light. Like, that's a little purple. Look at how much color it makes. I'm going to clean my brush. Oh, perfect. Great. Pick up this color. Super light. Lots of water. Water is your friend. It's the cheapest crafty tool you've got. Okay, so maybe that. And then maybe some blue. Light, light, light. I'm going to try and go super, super light by adding oodles and oodles of water. Oh, pretty. And then, oh, let's do yellow towards the bottom. So if you've never crafted before and you think that you have to go in there and be perfect, no. Imperfect is the new perfect. Oh, I got some blue in there. Zoop. Wipe that up. Sound effects required here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. Zoop. I'm just going for it. I'm not giving it any thought. I'm not overworking it. I'm not judging it. I'm letting it be. Oh, gluing it again. Stick down here. Okay, so there's a totally different one. And we're gonna let it dry. And then our last one. And this one I think I'm gonna start with papaya salad at the top. Maybe a little bit of pink in the papaya salad. How about just a very little pink? Ooh, that's a lot of pink, Stacey. I'm gonna actually lift up some of that because that is so much ink. I know, it's hard to believe that little dot is so much ink. But I'm gonna lift some of it up. Can you imagine how long a re-inker is going to last you at this rate of a dot? There we go. See, now I've got it desaturated. Had to get rid of half the ink, but thankfully it was only a little dot. Okay, I like that. Now I'm going to come in with my papaya salad and also just a little bit of a dot. Less is more. You can always go back and add in more color, but once you've got too much color, you can't take it out of the paper. So less is more. I'd rather go back and dot, dot, dot and keep adding just a little bit until I've got it the color I want. Versus it being too dark. Oh, that's what I'm looking for. And then for the bottom, we'll do yellow. So all I did was make some backgrounds for you with a few dots of ink and a whole lot of water. Water is good. Got my fingerprints in there. Water is good. Yeah, I mixed them together just to get me a little bit of a blend. All right, I think that's pretty. And I'm going to let that dry. Now this is just 100-pound paper. That's all I'm working on is 100-pound paper. Nothing special here. Not watercolor paper, just 100-pound paper. And now I think we can start. Wipe off my little craft mat, my blending mat, and again, it comes in a huge size that I just cut down. And now we can play with them the way they were meant to be played with. So my first one. With the sets, they all have these really cute little circles on them. These little stamps that are little designs. So this one's got 3 here, and it's got this one and this one and that one. Those aren't meant to like decorate around. Those are what fill the cute little dots. Here on my, I know this is 2 pieces of paper, on my little cutie pies, you've got the flowers, you've got a heart, you've got a small flower, you've got little dot, dot, dots, you've got little hashes. Right? Those are what are interchangeable. So I can take those little dot, dot, dots and those little dashes, and I can grab my smallest block. Now you know why I want the set, why I wanted to use this. Because if you're using a stamp positioner, boy, that's a lot of work to change for these small little stamps. It really is. And I can pick what I want. And this is so cute. I can come in and then I can grab the ink that I choose. And I can ink, 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 1, 2, 3. And then they fit right inside the little dots. Oh, they're so cute. And you can go in and decorate your little bird. Right? Look at how cute is this? With these cute little stamps. They're just darling. So which one do I want next? Do I want a little flower? I might not want to do all of them. So maybe I do the little flower in the pink. Little flower in the pink. I know, it's so easy to amuse me. It really is. This is so simple for me to be excited about. Smaller flower. I don't know if the yellow will be yellow enough. I don't know if nope, I'm going to say no. So maybe we do it in, oh, see, I was right. Maybe we try to do it in green. Oh, I think that green will be fine. And I do a little flower. And do a little flower. So cute. And I just decorate them. That's all I need to do. A few little this and a few little that. But if you want, you can bring back your inks. And maybe I want to do a little bit of the pink, which is my Dragon Fruit Delight, and I put just a little bit down. And this time I'm going to take, let's see, which brush do I want? I think I want this one. A little bit of water. And I can come in and maybe just add a little bit of pink in some of these. And then I can come in and maybe I want to add a little bit of blue in some of these. Oh, I got pink there. Oh well. And I'm just filling in the little circles. And I'm just dabbing the ink in there and letting it kind of sit in the little circle. And it'll absorb into the ink, into the paper. And then I've colored it. And then maybe I'll do just a little bit of green. These really are absolutely darling and easy to do. And this is their intended purpose. Each of the little birdies has their own little set of doodads, of decoration. But you can mix and match between them. Okay. I can even take a little bit of that green. Shoot, that's going to take a minute for that to dry. There we go. And I could even paint in just a little bit of my leaves if I wanted to. Nothing special, I'm just adding a little bit of color. I'm not trying to do anything fancy schmancy, I'm not blending. I'm just adding a little bit of color. Just so my leaves have a little bit of color. And it can be done. It can be this simple. It doesn't have to be anything more than this. This is enough. And then I can take it and let's see what I've got. Oh, that's a good yellow. Okay, what else do I have? Do I want a pink? Do I want a green? Do I want a blue? I'm not crazy about the green. Oh, but I like the blue. Okay, let's just mat this. So I'm going to cut it down a little bit. Now I may save this and die cut something out of it at a later time. You may use a trimmer. I tend to freehand. I'm not going to get that pink out of there. Okay. So I got a little pink in there. It's not going to go away. The only thing I could maybe do is use just a little bit of pink. Let me pull it over so you can see it. Use a little bit of pink. Try to get that color down and so it's not so bright. A lot of water. But water is cheap. And maybe I come in. I do some little dots. Looks like maybe there's a flower at each end. Just little abstract colors at the end. I could even put a little dot down here. 1, 2, 3. Maybe a little dot up here. 1. There. Now it looks like at least it looks like maybe there was some flowers. I just made it, I just fixed it. Is it perfect? No, but I'm not throwing it away because it had that little oops. No way. Okay, so let's mount it. And this is what they had intended. This is what Jane Gill, who designed these, this is her intent for these stamps. With the cute little bubbles in them that you color in any way that make your heart happy. Add it on my yellow. Cut it out. I'll straighten it up in a minute. Oops, lid's on. Okay, so I've got my yellow. I'm just a go for it kind of girl. It's handmade, homemade, and made with love. So if somebody wants to complain that my mats aren't perfectly straight, they wouldn't dare. And then the blue. Don't you think that's pretty? What do we think? I think that looks good, yeah? Well, it's what we're doing, so. And bam, I've got a card done. And it wasn't hard. And it was creative. And you did have lots of options. What colors to use, what stamps to use to fill the little bubbles with. And I didn't go in there and color the bird specific. I'm letting the background do the talking. And I'm pretty okay with that. I don't know anybody who would receive this that would snicker at it. At least not to my face. Add the sentiment, call it good. Love that. One, done. But we have this little doodad, this little happy couple to play with, right? Love this little happy couple to play with. What do we want to do with them? I think we're going to change it up just a little bit. Maybe we use some of the stamps to stamp some color in there. But what if we used some glitter? Glitter? Yeah, what if we used some glitter? Do we want to make glitter dots or do we want to stamp with the glitter? Ooh, decisions. I think we're gonna make glitter dots. So let's put these there, and I'm going to bring over some double-sided adhesive. This is Stacey tape, and it is double-sided adhesive, and there are lots of sizes that will work with this. I'm gonna grab a piece of paper, and I think I'm gonna do one, two. I should have probably done them all the same, right? Well, we'll just go for it. 3. 4. I want to try and get 5 on here. And 5-ish. Okay, so I've got 5 pieces of tape down here. I've got 5 new colors of glitter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I've got papaya salad, I've got eggplant parm, I've got zesty lime, I've got pineapple crush, and I have got dragon fruit delight. This is microfine glitter. Super, super fine. Take off the top piece. I think I will let the glitter do the walking. Let's bring over a makeshift funnel. I'm going to put some glitter right on the top. And I'm just going to let it kind of walk on down. And anywhere there is exposed tape, the glitter is going to stick. Take an inexpensive, just go get an inexpensive makeup brush. Brush it off. And then I have to burnish it. Make the glitter happy. When you burnish it, the glitter becomes brighter. So microfine glitter is not a standard type of glitter. It's ground so fine that it is to the point of being dust, literally dust. And that is how it works so beautifully. It doesn't feel like glitter. It doesn't behave like glitter. It doesn't make a mess like glitter. And when you burnish it, that sparkle and shine come up, but when you feel it, it's like, that's glitter? And you're like, yeah, that's glitter. So we did one color. Like I said, I should have done them all the same size, but, well, we get what we get and we don't pitch a fit. So if I need to do another one, I will, but we'll try. We'll see what happens. And then let's peel off the liner to the next one. Bring over my little makeshift funnel. I think we'll do our eggplant parm next to it. Ooh, so pretty. And across the top. Brush it off. Still a little sticky over here. And then everything I don't use goes right back in the jar. So microfine glitter, because it is so fine, you use very little of it. It does go a long way. And boy, my prices on the microfine glitter are affordable, whether you get it from me or your local independent retailer or another online retailer. We kept the prices so affordable for this microfine glitter. And again, when you burnish it, it gets happy. All of a sudden, the sparkle and the shine happen once you burnish. And see, it's no mess. No mess. Let's do the next color. Let's do our zesty lime. And open it up. And you may see me do, oh no, I got it on my pink. What will I do? I'm not going to worry about that. I'm going to let it walk on down and it'll stick where they're sticky. And because of the type of glitter that it is, it comes right off. Right off. Once you burnish that, bam. So it didn't stick to my Dragon Fruit Delight at all. It didn't commingle the color at all. This is magic glitter. And there's not very many companies that make it. And now let's burnish. Let me go in just a little bit so you can see the burnish. Hopefully I can get this on camera. So when I take my finger, it literally changes color. It brightens up. Pretty. Now you can stamp on top of this and you can heat set on top of this, heat emboss on top of this. Okay, so then what do I have? I have my papaya salad. So let's get my papaya salad. Expose my sticky. Bring over right on top. Let the glitter just walk on down. And anywhere the tape is, the glitter is going to hold. Take my brush, wipe it off. Take my excess, put it right back into my jar. Take my finger and burnish it up. Papaya salad. Last one, my pineapple crush. Right over the top. Let it walk itself right on down. Let gravity do all the work for you. Brush it off. And put it back. So there are the 5 new colors of my glitters to go with the existing 12. Now I hope for 6 more colors, maybe January. We'll have to wait and see. Now what am I going to do with these? I'm gonna cut them up and I'm gonna use my dies with them. I'm gonna just take each one of them out and we're gonna die cut. Now my dies are bigger than my little swatches, but that's okay. I'll make do. And these are very simple dies to use. They don't need a precision base plate. Oh, I think I'll get plenty out of each one of them, right? Gosh, I could even do that. I could do. So I've got those sizes there. I won't get the really big ones, but I'll get those. All right, let's bring it on over. I'm gonna bring over my Big Shot machine. I've got my base platform. Comes with your machine. I've got my solo shim or my A shim. I've got 2 6x6 cutting plates. Your machine is gonna come with cutting plates that are the size of your solo shim. I'm using 6x6 cutting plates today because the dies I'm using are small. And it will keep the warpage down on my plates if I use smaller dies. Think I can do them both at the same time? Well, let's give her a whirl. What's the worst that can happen? I have to make a new green. Oh no, that's the worst that can happen. I want to make sure that I don't high enough and let's send it on through and see what we get. One, two. Oh, these were a little bit off. All right, won't use those. It was close. But then I have these. One, two. Where's my tweezers? That'll be faster. Let's just pop them on out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All little glitter dots ready to go. All little glitter dots ready to go. All right, so I've got some green. And I think green will be good. And maybe I'll use the well, this time I'll definitely get some of the bigger ones. So let's just try that and see what I get. So these dies were made specifically to the size of the little bubbles. Of course they were. Of course they were, right? Oh yeah, those came out perfect. I got nice size, nice bigger ones and a whole mess of small ones. These dies are handy just to have, even if they're not, even if the bubble dies are like, yeah, maybe, but just to be able to make your own glitter dots, anytime you want out of any color of glitter you have, or maybe you want satin dots, or maybe you want mirror dots. I don't know, but my gosh, these are handy to have. And they really are affordable because they're small, but they pack a wallop. Okay, so now I've got some green, I've got some zesty lime, some pineapple crush, and I think the last one I will do for these guys maybe is the pink. See, I should have done big sizes. That way I could get some more. All right, I think I'm good with that. And then I have 3 colors to play with. Yay! Love having 3 colors to play with. Oh, got it. So I'm not going to get all of them cut because I didn't have a piece of tape big enough, but I got enough of them cut to get the job done. Could you imagine just making a bunch of these and putting them in little Ziploc baggies and having them ready to go? Maybe you're watching TV one night. This is a great way to use. You'd use a little bit of your glitter. You could make embossed dots. There are so many different things you could do. You could take heat embossing and make almost like your own enamel dots. Love these little guys. Nope, that one's not quite right. These 2 go. And then I got that one, and I got that one, and I got that one, and I got that one. All right, so now I've got some pink. I've got some Dragon Fruit Delight, which has got a little bit more rosy to it than our other pink. This is a little more rosy than it is hot. So 3 colors to play with. Bring over my guys. Here they are. Bring over some sticky dots, because how am I going to get these down? Well, I'm just going to sticky dot them. And so sticky dots, you get 10 sheets per pack, and there's hundreds of thousands of little micro dots on here. Hundreds of thousands of micro dots, and makes it sticky. Now, due to the heat when travel, you might find that there's some dots on the liner side. So you could just take your hand and wipe it down and get rid of all of them, especially if you're using a mirror paper, because they will transfer onto the top of your mirror paper. So I could take all of these, literally, and just line them up and leave them on this sheet until I want to use them. I don't even have to take them off this sheet. So let's get a bunch of them in here. And then let's take some of our pineapple crush, and we'll get some of these in here. And I could just fill up this entire sticky dot sheet, because once I've got them down here, I'm going to put that liner back on and I'm going to press down. And by adding that pressure, it's going to transfer the adhesive off the back of the sheet and onto the back of my little glitter dots. It makes them an instant sticker. Like bing, bang, boom, sticker, done, wahoo ka-choo. And then let's add some green. My zesty lime. And you can get them as close to each other as you want, because anywhere there's space, the sticky dots are left. So you do want to get them as close as you can, because you want to use up all the sticky dots. You don't want to leave anything behind. All right. If I need more, I'll add some to, what's this one under? Oh, I've got even more under here. If I need more, I'll add some to my sticky dots, but I'm gonna close it up. I'm gonna give a good rub. And with that pressure, the adhesive, those hundreds of thousands of little dots are gonna transfer to the back of my glitter dots. And then I can come in and all I have to do is pick them up and decide where I want them. Right off and right on. So cute. There we go. Be a little ginger with my tweezers. Okay, so one, I need to put a little bit more glitter back on this one. And two. I can even take, I can even cover up some of the other dots. Put one there. And maybe one there. And maybe one there. And just start putting the little dots wherever I want them, wherever they make my heart happy. And I've got those little glitter dots coming right out at me. Now for him, I'll do the green. And the green. And a yellow. And maybe another green. And another yellow. Maybe right up here. And they're so cute. And then I can cut down. Just fill them right on in. Put my sentiment, mat it. I got a little extra cut right there. So maybe the bright yellow, and this time maybe that sage green. That looks really good. And mat it, and it's done. Put your sentiment, and you've now used your little glitter dots to fill. So options aplenty. Do you want to stamp? Do you want to glitter? So I'm going to mat this, so I'm going to mat it really quick. I still have all of these dots left to use. That's why I'm saying you could put them in a little Ziploc baggie for each color, and they're ready to go. Whether you're using them for this or something completely different, you're good to go. Those little dies are very useful. So let's see, let's grab some Stacey tape. And then we're going to move on. And I'm just going to mat it down real quick. I did not straighten out my cuts, but we're just going to go with it. Most of you would be using a trimmer. Okay. Oh, I don't want to lose that little guy. And then on to, oh, so cute. I should have done a better job taping down. So I'm just adding a little more tape to my corners because they're not down. Oh, that's such a bad cut. Holy smokes, Stacey. I'll do a little bit better job taping down. Well, at least edge to edge at the minimum. And then we move on. Wow, that green is like perfect. Could not have planned it better, and I most definitely did not plan it. Okay. Got a little sticky. See, I got some sticky dots there. Rub them off. Maybe grab a little eraser. A little bit of sticky dot there that I picked up from somewhere. Okay. Add your sentiment. Oh, look at them dance and sparkle. Isn't that cute? So stamped and glitter dot. Now, what if we want to stamp and glitter? Ho ho! Let's take this guy and let's stamp him real quick. I'm gonna stamp him black. So I'm gonna bring my gush pad back over. I can still make glitter dots with these. I'm gonna bring my block back over. Bring a piece of paper on over. And let's get him off of here. There we go. Put him right on down on our block. ink him up with our waterproof ink because that's what I have here. But I don't know if I'm going to get this wet or not. I haven't decided yet. And I have these two here. Ooh, let's take that one too. And I thought I had one more. I do. Okay, let's ink them up. I've got 3 to play with. Stamp, stamp, stamp. 1, 2, 3. And up. Yay. So now I've got his little doodads to play with. I've got the doodads here to play with. And I've got one more set of doodads to play with. Not you, not you. Well, when somebody sees what I did with my other stamp, found it. Thank you for telling me. Appreciate it. So I've got 3 little sets of doodads to play with because each set has its own little centers that you can play with. But they're all interchangeable. I could take them from any set and mix and match. Look at the little ladybug. Oh, the little ladybug's darling. So this time I'm going to want to stamp and glitter. And how am I going to do that? Well, I'm going to use my 2-way glue, my Essentials glue pad. I use this all the time. This is a glue pad for stamps. It is not a Versamark. It's not an embossing medium. It's a glue pad. And when you get it, it's going to be dry. There's not going to be any glue on it at all. It's going to come with a bottle of glue, but this isn't a re-inker. You only use as much glue as you need for the project that you're doing. So you're not going to get this at home and empty all your glue on it and then come back in a month or 2 and wonder why it doesn't work. You're only going to add as much glue as you need for what you're doing. And I don't need very much. It's easier to put more on than put too much. So now I'm going to take my little stamps and I'm going to decide. So he's got a big space. I think this little flower is darling. I'm going to take this little flower and instead of inking it up, I'm going to ink it up with some glue. And I'm going to stamp right into that little area. One, two, three, A, B, C, and up. And I'm hoping I got an image. I can't tell. Well, we're going to know soon enough. And if not, I'll stamp again. So now he's filled with lots of little stamps. So do I want to fill him up? And this is water soluble. So all you need is a baby wipe to clean off your stamp. To take the glue right off your stamp is just a baby wipe. Now I have to decide, what do I want to put in some of the others? Do I want the little flower or do I want the little ladybug? I don't know. I've got so many options because each set comes with their own. So let's take that one. Do I like the ones on this? See, there you go. This is where the trouble lies. Because then you want to do them all. So a little bit of glue. And let's see if, hopefully I've got enough glue on here. I won't know until I know. Let's put that down here. 1, 2, 3, and up. And this glue has to go tacky. So I don't want to use my glitter too soon. I want to give it a few minutes to go tacky. Tacky is super important. You wouldn't think so, but this is the time you want to be known as tacky. And let's see, this one goes back here. And maybe I just put some little flowers. So using a stamp positioner with stamps this small, I just couldn't do it. One. I won't know what I've got until I've got it. Two. I might not have enough glue on. We'll have to just wait and see. Okay, so it's kind of got a little bit of a watermark. I can almost see the little watermark there. I'm a little nervous that I didn't have enough glue, but you know, right now all it is paper and a stamp. I can redo it. You know how I redo it? I flip my paper over and I start on the back side because paper's got two sides. Now, what color glitter do we want to use? How about we take some of the pink and just do this one little area. Well, maybe these two in the pink. So I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of glitter, just a little bit. Just a little bit. That's enough. That's enough. We'll know if there's glue there, if the design is there, the minute I do that. Look at how cute. So we know if the design is there, if the glitter sticks. Look at how cute is that? Oh my gosh, these are darling. And I think I'll do them all in pink. So you can walk away for 20, 30 minutes and come back. And you're still going to be able to drizzle your glitter over the top. Look at the little flowers come up. So you want to use stamps and you want to use glitter. This is it. And then I take my little inexpensive makeup brush and I brush it off. There's hardly anything left. And I've started to add the design in glitter by using the stamps. I think these are so stinking cute. And then I can come back because I've got them. And I could put one here. And maybe I do one more, even though the dot is bigger than what it is. I think I might just do one more, maybe up here. So I'm going over dots that are smaller, just to add a little more color. Now I've got glitter and glitter. And then I could, let's put a lid on my glitter, shall we? I could take and grab my little brush and my little re-inker. And I could do a little bit. Just a little here. Just a little bit. A little bit of water. I always like to test my color. Oh yeah, that looks good. That's a good color. Love that color. And I could come in and maybe just color the little feathers. I'm almost dotting the color in because the brush holds so much. My brush, because it is a Yasutomo Fusion brush, it holds so much when you load it. And what I mean by loaded is when you put it in the ink, the brush just sucks it up. So you don't have to go back as many times to add color. So I'm just dotting that color in, and then it's going to absorb into my paper. Oh, yeah. And just highlight some of the areas with some color. And again, using it from my re-inker. We're using from the re-inker to use as a watercolor. If I want it darker, I just go right back over. So now I've got the pretty glitter. I've got the little glitter dots. And I'm just highlighting him in some color. Maybe I take a little bit of my yellow. Get it really wet. And maybe do a little splatter. And now I've stamped with the glitter. Look, I have a little yellow beak. Options. Oh, I used so much. Look at that. I feel guilty wiping that down. But options. It's all about the options. Whether you use the glitter dots. I could have put this big old glitter dot right there and done that instead. Could have done that. Or the stamp. I don't know, which you like better? And trim them out. And find him some pretty paper to sit on top of. So 1, 2, 3. Easy peasy mac and cheesy. We haven't done anything that's difficult, anything that's too techniquey. Water is your friend. But now we have something called Spangles. Okay, let's talk about the Spangles for a few minutes. Let me put these off to the side and let me discuss Spangles with you. So, Spangles are a product by Creative Expressions. It's part of their Cosmic Shimmer brand. They're new and they're fun. And some of you are going to say, where have you been my whole life? I don't want to lose these. I want to use these. I got all of these to play with still. Yeah. So you may say, where have you been all my life, Spangles? I love you. I need you. I like the shimmery. I like the happy. I like the bright. Well, that's what you're going to get with Spangles. What they are is a 2-pack. So you have a kind of a microfine glitter, small pot. I mean, there's the difference. Small pot of microfine glitter, but for what you're using it, this is going to last a long time. And then you have a coordinating pot of big, chunky glitter. And there's a ton in here. Big, chunky glitter that matches the microfine glitter. You want to know why it matches? Because it started out as the same thing. So big and chunky, ground down to as fine as you can grind. And the way Spangles work is that you put your larger pieces down first, and then to cover any white space that might be left behind because these are so large, the microfine glitter comes in and hides all the white space of your paper. Because anytime you have glitter that is a chunkier glitter, definitely, I mean, these are pretty big little flakes. I mean, they're big, but even a regular glitter sometimes will leave white space behind. And that's where the microfine glitter of the exact same color comes in to hide it all. Now, there are oodles of colors, and they are beautiful. You have to decide. Look at this. This is so beautiful. You have to decide if this is for you, or if you're just as happy with microfine glitter and you don't need the Spangles, but it does add a different look, and it does add a texture that is not something that I've seen before. Told you there's lots of colors. I'm almost there. And then the burgundy. The burgundy is so, I mean, some of these colors are so rich. And the charcoal. Now, whether they're calling it charcoal or not, but these are the colors of Spangles, and you get both together. You don't buy them separately. They come as a set. So you get both of them in the pack together. And of course you can mix and match, absolutely. But I want to show you how to use them because I think you need to see it to understand it and then make a decision whether, oh my God, where has this been in my whole life? I need these, the color, the sparkle, the shine, it just speaks to me. Or you say, I don't know if it speaks to me. Let me think about it. Let me watch a little bit more. Or you say, this does not speak to me. Bring me back the glitter dots. Oh, isn't that pretty? Look at those colors together. Oh. Butterfly just flew by. All right, I want to show you how to use these. So you are going to want to use a double-sided tape. You're definitely going to want to use a double-sided tape. So I am going to cut down a piece of my paper, and you don't need much because we are going to die cut with it. And I don't even need to use a double-sided tape this wide. I definitely don't need that much. I think that's good enough, even if I don't get the entire die. So I've got my double-sided tape, just like we started when we made all of our pretty little glitter dots. Now, can't you see filling this whole thing up with tons of glitter dots, and then anytime you need them, you just come back here and pluck them off? I think that's a brilliant idea. Do it while you're watching TV. So Spangles, I'm gonna take my little, my makeshift funnel. I'm going to take my little liner off the top, and you need to start with the chunkier. It has to be with the chunkier. You're gonna take your lid off, and I'm going to tell you, there is so much in here, truly. And I'm gonna behave, I'm gonna do it just like I did with my glitter. I'm going to put some over the top. And I'm gonna kind of let it walk itself on down. And you see how chunky it is? Ooh, a little bit more, ooh, a little bit more, and walk it on down. Now the nice thing about it being so chunky is that it goes back in the bottle really easy. It cleans up really easy. This isn't like glitter, these are like flakes. They're like shards of glitter. Like it's glitter before it became glitter. So I've got that there. And I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna brush it on down. And then I'm going to put all of this back into my little jar. Okay, so I purposely made a mess. See, I got it all over. But because they're big, they clean up really fast and really easy. It's not like glitter. So I can just either collect this and put it back in my jar or be done with it. Now, the thing about Spangles is that you need to keep the liner piece off your tape. So remember, I pulled this off to expose my sticky. I need to put this back on top and really give a nice burnish, because I want all of those little shards of what would be glitter to stick on down. And then I can take all my little pieces and I can either gather them up or I can put them in the trash. Oh, a piece of green in there. So now, I've got it pretty spangly. You can understand why it's called Spangles, but I want to be sure that no white is coming through. I want to make sure that that white is hidden because I'm on white paper. Now, if you were going to do this on pink paper, that would enhance it a little bit. I'm just using white because that's what most people have. And again, I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to take my glitter and I'm going to go across the top and I'm going to let it walk right on down. And it's going to fill in any place that was white because the sparkly spangle part of this was too big and left a little bit of white showing. The microfine glitter takes care of that. I don't need to burnish it. I just need to wipe it off. And there you go. You have been spangled. Now I can take all of this and just like before, put it right back into my jar and I am happy. And I've now been spangled. Ta-da! Let's do the green. And I have my double-sided tape. Put it down. And expose my sticky. Let's bring over my makeshift funnel. Open my Spangles, the chunky. Oh, that lid is not on. Oh, that was close. Kind of dump it on so it can walk its way on down. Remember, you're going to be putting it back in the jar. So you want to give it an opportunity to fill as much space as it can. Take my brush, let's just brush it on down. I'm treating it just like I would my microfine glitter. Okay. Ooh. Now I'm going to take all of this and put this right back in my pot. So the thing about this is that as you use it, it's going to seem like the spangles grow. That's because as you take it in and out of the pot, it aerates and air gets in there and it puffs up. So it's going to seem like it almost has more in it than what you started with. And they really do pack a lot in that little jar. All right, so I'm going to clean that off. Now, I need to take the liner, put it over the top, and just rub real good. Now, some people might want to use a brayer. Other people might want to put a piece of paper over the top of it and send it through their Big Shot machine. dust off, dust off, dust off. Don't need my liner anymore. And I'm going to take the coordinating microfine glitter. So like I said, some of you are looking at this going, holy smokes, artichokes, that's beautiful. And others of you are going, I am not a glitter person and this is not helping. This is not helping me become a glitter person. That's why I started with my microfine glitter first. So you can see glitter does not have to be messy. And this really isn't messy either if you just do it in the right order. Just trying to fill in any white space, and then take my brush, brush it down. And I'm done. Gather this all up and put it away. So this is taking pizzazz to the next level. Definitely pizzazz to the next level. You might be very, very happy with darling glue dots that you can make anytime out of any color glitter you've got, or glitter dots, I'm sorry. Darling glitter dots. Easy to do, clean, doesn't make a mess, can be stored here, but so can these. Can you die cut? Yes, you can. The purple. The teal. The gold. I mean, they're pretty spectacular. They're pretty spangly. So can you die cut with them? Yeah, of course you can. Let's do 1, 2, 3. Maybe we'll do those. See what we get. So if I take I get at least 2. Okay, let's send it on through, see what we get. So base platform that comes with your machine, solo shim or A shim. I'm using a 6x6 plate. So the 6x6 plates come in the multi-pack. You have to buy 2 multi-packs to get 2 6x6s, but it really cuts down on the warpage of your plates. Really does. Now, coming soon, there'll be some teal 6x6 glitter cutting plates, but not yet. So die cut through all the way back. So now the die is cutting through the glitter, it's cutting through the adhesive, it's cutting through the kind of flakies, and out they come. And they're beautiful. They're so pretty. And you could do the exact same thing. You could put them on your sticky sheets, your sticky dots, and let them sit there until you are ready to use them. I'm just going to pull it out easier. So now I've got them ready to use. Love the purple. And they are so blingy. so blingy. All right, I'm not gonna keep all of them. I just put this right in the trash. Bing, bang, boom, done. And then I've got the teal. Ooh. And right on there. Well, that works. And now all I gotta do is pop them out. So can't you see just making bags of these? And that way, anytime you need them, you just go grab them. I would do like a whole strip of this because that gives you so many to play with. I mean, really, one more strip and that would be all I would need for a while. And then I did the pink. I'm not throwing this away because I still have that piece. I did the pink. So I told you I wasn't going to spend a lot of time on coloring because I had so many things I wanted to show you. I wanted you to see that they give you those cute little icons with each of those little birdies to stamp inside the bubbles. And you can interchange them between the birdies because all the circles, there's only so many sizes of circles. And all the little icons work with, you know, the circles and all the little birdies. So if you have more than one birdie, you've got tons of icons to play with. But then I wanted to show you that you can use glitter. And we just used, I'm still not gonna throw this away because I got all of that. We used, did I leave some behind? I did. We used microfine glitter, and that's an easy way of glittering because it's the no mess, no fuss, no muss glitter. And then I wanted to show you these spangles because they are way more bling bling. So microfine glitter is like, hey, I'm glittery, but I'm not in your face glittery. And I feel really nice. I'm super smooth. Nobody would even know that I'm glittery. I'm kind of, you know, incognito glitter. You know, I'm special, pretty, but I don't need to be that noticed. And spangles are like, hello, me, shiny, shiny, pay attention to me, look at me, I need you to see me. Totally different, but they also can work together. Love these. So then I could just come in, well, I could take my little sticky dots and do the same thing. Just start putting these bad boys down. Make a line of them. I would make a nice line of them so you use up your sticky dots well. Not just random like I'm doing. Random is not a wise way of using your sticky dots. Come on, off my finger. And then give a good push. And then you can use them. You can use them together. I could use that one there with Spangle. Hello, Spangle, you're so pretty. And I could use this one there with glitter. Oh, the glitter's so pretty. But then I could use a Spangle. Could use a Spangle. Small. There we go here. But then I could use a pink one up here. And I could use a pink one. Oh, too small. Pink one down here. So now I'm just randomly putting them together, just so you can see the difference between the Spangle and the glitter. So you can see the difference between here and here, and the purple versus the Pineapple Crush and the Dragon Fruit Delight. Big difference. Big difference. But options, we all love them. We all want them. We don't want to be told what we're supposed to do and how we're supposed to do it. We're crafters. We're makers. We want to feel it. And what we do today may be completely different than what we do tomorrow. And we want options. And we want the opportunity to change our minds. My husband, I can just hear Mr. SMS. You really want a lot out of this hobby, don't you? Yes, frankly, I do. And I can just put them all on there, close it up, give a good press, and I can just leave them there. I just leave them there until I'm ready to use them, and then open it up, find the ones that make my heart happy. Isn't that pretty? Gosh, you could even make the cutest little, well, I've got my little guys over here, so these guys are super cute. So if I do one, and then I do one, and then I do one, and here I do one, one, and one, and then I just color them in with everything else. It's all up to you. I wanted to show you the different options versus a coloring technique. Lots of videos on coloring. I paint all the time. I use my inks as watercolor all the time. I thought that by doing just super pretty, super simple backgrounds, we could then take and decorate from it. So let's get some bigger ones on here. Let's do that one. And maybe that one. So I've just got my Spangles. And I'm just going to come in here. And I can do the same color for the entire thing. I don't have to change the color if I don't want to change the color. I could just do this pretty pink. I need another big one. Oh, that's big enough. Oh, that's big. Get some adhesive behind it. Well, I don't feel like there's any adhesive there. Get some adhesive behind it. And I could just do it all in one, just one pretty color. Trim them out. and mat them on up. So what have I got? Got the yellow. Ooh, what color is that? The yellow. And I've got the pink. Look at how pretty is that? Lovely, love them. And done. Easy. You make all your little dots well in advance. You put them on some sticky dots. You let them stay there, whether you're using just the microfine glitter or you're using the Spangles. Or maybe you want to go back and maybe you just want to stamp in the spaces. Maybe you don't want to get into glitter at all. I feel you sometimes. The colors, look at how pretty the colors are. Or maybe you want to stamp and glitter. You stamp the design and add the glitter. Or maybe you're just keeping it simple. Choices are yours. Lots of choices. Lots of different things to be done. All with these Jane Gill Woodware stamps that have these cute little bubbles that allow you to take these little dies and make magic out of them. And like I said, even if the cute little bubble birds aren't for you, having this ready to go to decorate anything in all the different colors you want, yes, sign me up. Absolutely. Love it. And I still have all of these that I did not play with. I still have so many that I didn't even touch. My fingers are sticky from the glue. You get the idea, right? Oh, and you could put one inside of the other. How cute would that be? Oh, you could make the cutest little polka dots. Okay, I digress. So, Jane Gill and Woodware stamps. Darling, always does such a phenomenal job. They're always cute. They always are easy. They are always affordable. I think that's super important to mention. We have the I Want It All. And you'll get all of the sets. Now the flowers are just pretty flowers. And we've done some with the little bubbles and we've done some without. They don't have to have the bubbles. They're just beautiful and they were part of the collection. And then the cute little birdies with their fun sentiments and their affordable pricing and their availability to take the little icons from this one and mix it with the icons from this one and the icons from this one and mix it with the icons from this one, so that you're making the amount of creativity you have is almost endless. I mean, the amount of combinations you could make, whether you're just stamping in color, whether you're stamping in black, whether you're stamping in color and stamping in black, maybe you're stamping in color and doing some glitter dots, maybe you're stamping in color and doing some spangle dots, maybe you're just doing glitter. You get the idea, right? So, new from Woodware. The dies are not new, so please check. Make sure you don't need them, because you don't want to double buy something. That's never fun. Well, unless you want to be able to send more through at the same time. And then, by all means, get 2 sets, because you'll be able to do twice as much in half the time. There is that. I've got the Couture Creations blocks on sale. So we've got limited stock on these, and I think because of how small the little icon die stamps are to stamp inside the birdies, well, this is much easier for me than perhaps using a stamping platform. we have the glue pad that will be on sale. Why? Because there's 5 new colors of Stacey Park microfine glitter. The retail price is $4.20, roughly somewhere around there, $4.20, $4.30, and you'll be able to find it in lots of places. We have it as well, and it's part of the YouTube Yummies. And we'll do the black waterproof ink, because you're gonna need that if you're gonna color. So I suppose if we're doing the 6 colors, I should do the 6 dye inks. I won't do all of my inks. I'll do the 6 dye inks and the 6 re-inkers that match the glitter. I think we should do that. So that way there's although the blue does not have it. The blue is its own glitter that you may already have, but that's okay. We'll do the 6 colors of inks and re-inkers and the 5 colors of glitter. Yeah, that's what we'll do. That seems right. And is there anything else? I'm looking. I don't think so. Well, if there is, it's in the YouTube Yummies. Oh, the Spangles. Hello. What was I thinking? So, all the colors of the Spangles. There's an I Want It All, and then just open stock. And again, they are packaged together. So you will get them as a set. You're not buying this separately from that. These go together, they're sold as a set, they're packaged as a set, and we've got all of the beautiful, beautiful colors. I wanna say there's 10, maybe 10 colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I wanna say there's 10 colors. Yes. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 colors of Spangles. And then the glitter to go with. I leave it in your hands. Whether this is you're all in for spangly goodness, or you're gonna give that some thought. But you have to admit, it's pretty wow. I mean, it's pretty wow. So that is what's part of the YouTube Yummies. How about some samples? I've got beautiful samples to show you. And they have done more coloring than I have. Now, not a lot. I mean, some of them are very simple. So here you've got Spangle on one side, Stacey Park glitter on the other. And love this one, I really do. Spangle, 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 Stacey, Stacey. This is all Stacey Park glitter. So my inks did the wash, and then my glitter did the little dots, and she drew it in for the leaves and the little top, this little hair. Spangle, Spangle, Spangle. Stamp, stamp, stamp. So just stamping. Using the icons to fill everything in. Stamp, stamp, stamp. And I told you they did some really great coloring. This one was done by Angie Davis. Told you, some really phenomenal coloring, right? Look at this on black with white ink. Wow, this is beautiful. An embossing powder to do. Oh, this is all embossing powder. This is gorgeous. Yep, this is pretty beautiful. Look at the flowers. I love the flowers. They're so pretty. This is Angie as well. Angie, this is beautiful. And then look at how cute. It's so funny. We go from such sophistication, ooh, to aw. And this one's done by Christine Smith. Christine, it's so cute. See, and stamp, 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 stamp. So she just watercolored him and left the background white, and then went in and stamped. Used the icons and used some ink and added that element to it. Here we have the Yvette Honorary SMS Girl. Yvette did the pretty flowers with Spangles in the middle. They certainly do wink at you. And let's get together soon. This is also Honorary SMS Girl Yvette. Look it. Right? Oh, holy smokes, artichokes. Angie Davis. Wow, wow. Look, she put the flowers. She took the little icons and put flowers in the grass. This is beautiful. And this is all color, color, color. Wow, that's beautiful. Oh, and this is so sweet. This is Christine Smith. This is darling, just taking that flower and stamp, 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 a little bit of color, wishing you a happy birthday. Love the negative space. So lovely. What a great use of that flower stamp. Oh, this one's beautiful. Oh, this is Honorary Girl SMS Yvette. Oh yeah, look at that in the black and the white. And we've got bling going on, we've got glitter going on, we've got little pearls going on, and the little branch in his mouth. This one's beautiful, Yvette. Aw, tweet yourself to a special day. Love the background. Angie Davis, love the background. These are beautiful, you guys. Love them all. And look at this one. Same thing. Look at using those stamps as the background as opposed to the icon. And look at the coloring and the use of a white pen to add the detail. Wow. And then we have Honorary SMS Girl Gail. She got into the glitter, had fun with the glitter. You got glitter dots everywhere. And then over here, let's see what I've got on this side. Oh, I got Spangles. I got Spangles for you and SP glitter. I got it all. Life is better with friends. Yvette, so she made stripes out of the Spangles. Holy smokes. And then you've got some little glitter dots. You've got the flower. Okay, you can really see the Spangles there. Oh, and on a wobbler. This is the second one on we had a wobbler the other week. Super cute. Who did this one? Angie. Super cute. Everybody wanted to know where they could get wobblers. I don't even know who sells them anymore. I have no idea. So from super colorful and super bold to super simple and super easy. And this one was done by Patty. Simple, easy, effective. She loves that color. That's Patty's color in that coppery. She loves it. You decide which one are you, or more importantly, who are you giving it to, and you're going to design it for them. Pretty, kind of distressed Spangles. Kind of distressed. Love the flower, love the colors. Ooh, who did this one? Patty, I love this one. Love, love, love. Honorary SMS Girl Patty. And then we have Christine Smith. So again, she took and she stamped again and again and again and took those little icons to make the background. So smart. Gosh, I bet this one's Patty too, because I know her colors. It is. This one's Patty too, or is this the one I showed? No, this is not the one I showed. Nope, it's different, but I know Patty's colors. All done with Spangles. My goodness gracious. Angie Davis. Hello, Angie. Wow, beautiful. That is certainly taking them up to a different level. Just gorgeous. And then Angie again. Look how cute. How can you not love these? They're so affordable for clear stamps under $10. Totally. And then the last one is Christine Smith. And I love this. It's just simple and easy. And she just stamped the designs inside the little bubbles. She stamped the same design over again. I love this. It's just so cute and simple and doable. So that's it for today, you guys. A little something new on a technique, on a design concept that Woodware came up with years ago. They've been doing bubble stamps forever. But these, I love them. I love the little birdies. I had to have them the minute I saw them. I said, oh, they're so cute. And then the Spangles, I'm like, I had them for a while and I played with them for a while, and I had to figure out a way that I could do them without making a mess and treating them just like we treat our microfine glitter, where you just let it fall down and you fill it in and then burnish. You go over the top of it with the liner to kind of press everything into place, and then come back in with the microfine glitter and you don't burnish it again. You're done. And let it be. And it's beautiful. And the colors are just gorgeous. And they are bright and they are shiny. No question about that. So had a good time with the Spangles. I had to process them. And then brand new microfine glitter from me, Stacey, from Couture Creations. So that you can find. Now the Woodware you should be able to find in oodles of places, and the Spangles maybe you can find. We're not the only game in town, absolutely not. I'm here to teach you. I'm here to show you you can do this. Where you shop, anywhere that makes your heart happy, as long as you're doing your hobby, all of us get to stay in business, and that's the important thing. So I am Stacey. This is Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I will see you again on Monday for our Make It Monday event. I have a mega Make It Monday from Couture Creations. So stay tuned. Monday, 6 p.m. sunny California time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, when we live chat during the Make It Mondays are amazing. I think the value is about $150. It's a mega bundle, so it's $150 for $29.99. Limited, like limited, but that's okay. You know, it is what it is. So when somebody offers you a deal that good, you don't say no. All right, you guys have a super weekend. I will see you next week. And thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Please post a comment and let the YouTube gods look down favorably upon my channel. Until then, bye everybody.